Carter. O'Driscoll goes back.
Pass it! Green.
All Blacks have possession though. Danger here for Ireland. Muliaina. Ireland back. Great scramble defence. New Zealand still in possession. And the scramble defence has its reward. New Zealand penalised, but danger there. And Ireland can't win any set-piece possession.
No, 9 times out of 10 New Zealand put those away. Muliaina great on the ball. Now he had Horn, who was drifted onto Rokokoko, and it was well played by Horn because he didn't commit himself too early. It would have been a very, very easy 2-on-1 if he hadn't. He just slowed things up enough to allow the Irish cover to get back and tackle Muliaina.
Luke Fitzgerald was the man who got back on the scramble defence, and here's Ronan O'Gara.
Blacks on the line.
Play goes up only to the 22, but it is one of the features here of Croke Park that the touchline is so far into the playing surface that kickers to touch have to take care. Rory Best again. Important for Ireland to get something out of this. Oh, well taken, John Hayes. He wasn't the target, but he was alert enough, the prop, to win that one.
Run away, Black!
Slow ball for Ireland, but at least it is possession. Tomas O'Leary with a little kick forward towards Joe Rokocoko, winning his 50th cap today. And here's the counter. Carter, Tommy Bowes knows there's danger. Nonu, strength from Nonu through O'Gara. Did that go forward? Yes, it did. Silivato will have to come back.
Oh, you really can't afford to go too high on these All Blacks. We've seen it a couple of times. They're so strong at a handoff. That time Nonu handing off O'Gara, probably not his strength, O'Gara, but again Ireland managing to snuff that out. But they're spending far too much time deep in their own half, and that's only going to be one result, and that's going to mean that New Zealand putting points on the board. They've really got to get some consistent possession, getting control of the ball, and start getting some territory and put a bit of pressure on the All Blacks themselves.
Again, it was the scramble defence that saved the day. Brian O'Driscoll putting the tackle in, dislodging the ball. There's Jimmy Cow, an interesting character, has had a grapple with the bottle, a fight against the booze, but he's come through it well to take his place in the All Black lineup.
Pause, engage! Stay down, yeah? Stay down.
Ireland scrummage, solid enough. Heaslett feeds O'Leary. Well, they've made ground, but they'll lose the put-in.
Yes, New Zealand have been rock solid in the line, and from Ireland's perspective, they've really struggled to get any consistent possession from that phase of play. New Zealand cutting it the first couple of lineouts, and Ireland choosing to put in pretty much a full lineout against New Zealand short.
Naomir Tialata is down injured. Ireland want to get on with it, but it'll be a blood replacement, I would think.
Time out.
Naomir Tialata. One solid citizen, not standing in, but he's replaced Carl Heyman, who plays his rugby in England with Newcastle now. Here's Mark Lawrence having a little chat with the All Black forwards.
Yes, he seems to be pretty keen, Mark Lawrence, to let the game flow. That's something that the players will have to play the whistle, because certainly so far New Zealand have been playing the whistle.
Ireland keep their forwards in. New Zealand have most of theirs out here beyond Dan Carter. Here's one of them, Brad Thorne. Cowan, Carter, Conrad Smith, Muliaina, Rokocoko outside him. Ireland have turned it over. Excellent work by Smith, and Neil Lamu knocks the ball on.
Yeah, worrying for Ireland. The All Blacks able to get men in numbers out on that short side and really stretch this Irish defence. That's a danger man, Conrad Smith, as a contrast to the more direct man, Nonu in the centre, a real playmaker.
They call him Snake for the way he goes through gaps, unlike Nonu, who is slightly more direct.
Hold it, guys. Scrum off, screen, thank you. Come in now, I want to get close, it's fine. No, gentlemen.
I like the start by young Luke Fitzgerald, though. He's shade to the snake himself there. It was a lovely break early on that just had precious little possession so far. Ireland really need to shore it up from here if they can.
Ireland under pressure on the engagement. Big John Hayes, it's rare that he's not the heaviest man on the pitch, but I think Tialata might match him.
Touch, pause, engage. Stay down, yeah, stay down. Full on.
Cowan against O'Leary, no, playing the man without the ball.
Without the ball, number 9.
Yeah, well, that's very impulsive by Cowan. No need for that. He can't justify that at all.
And twice. So Ireland move into New Zealand territory with the line out. The Munstermen, O'Leary and O'Gara check the call.
Well, they've lost a couple so far because New Zealand have been able to get Ali Williams in the air and one overthrow from Best. Now, both things need to work in combination. Perfect throw, and they need to get either O'Callaghan or O'Connell away from the New Zealand jumpers.
A lot of movement on the Irish side. It comes back somehow. O'Leary! Good awareness by the scrum half off bouncing ball. Out it comes for O'Gara. O'Driscoll takes on Nonu. Fitzgerald. Carney. Tackled by Carter and by Mialamu. Well presented though. Quinlan. Oh, John Hayes. After the dart of O'Leary, momentum lost, and that's a clever kick by O'Leary.
Well, the momentum of that has all started with a Cairn penalty. It wasn't great ball from the lineup, but Ireland have managed for the first time to put a little bit of pressure on New Zealand. Now, they need to get O'Connell and O'Callaghan in the air against New Zealand and really pressurise this lineup. That was very well placed.
Well, so far for New Zealand, all ball has been thrown towards Ali Williams. Brad Thorne is the more solid customer. He's more difficult to get up into the air. Ireland might just target Williams. This time they go with Rodney So'oyalo. That's the option they had. Cowan's kick, not much ground. O'Leary waits. Well taken by the scrum half again. Good start to this test by Thomas O'Leary.
No.
Paul O'Connell, an unlikely scrum half. Quinlan outside him. Quinlan has to just duck his head and go in, but then the support players go straight to ground.
No, I just can't afford to do that, and whether that's interpretation from Mark Lawrence that John Hayes was not familiar with, if we can get another look at that, but that's key. Ireland can't afford to do that. They've worked so hard to get themselves into that position.
John Hayes, the man penalised. No score yet. One penalty chance missed by New Zealand. Ireland haven't been in striking range. This time Quinlan gets through on Cowan, and Cowan, another twitchy little piece of work by him. O'Driscoll keeping New Zealand pinned back. That's where Croke Park wants to see the men in green.
Well, you just sense that